Well, good afternoon. We're here at the state. All folks on the west coast of the Florida Peninsula should be prepared for potential major impacts. We have made a pre-landfall declaration request from FEMA for support, and the federal government has approved a portion of our request for pre-landfall items, and we expect the remaining parts of our request subsequent to landfall for debris and individual assistance once the storm hits will also be approved. Strengthen not just into a major hurricane, but a Category 5 hurricane, and not just a Category 5 hurricane, but a very strong 175 mile per hour sustained wind Category 5 hurricane. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty about what is going to happen in terms of this track. It is predicted that this will weaken, but it was not predicted that it would get this strong to begin with. So we can hope and pray that it does weaken. But as of right now, this is a ferocious hurricane. It is currently a little less than 700 miles southwest of Tampa. Storm surge watch has been issued for the Florida Gulf Coast from mainland Monroe County to the Dixie-Levy County line. Possibility of 8 to 12 feet of storm surge is forecast from the Anclote River to Englewood, including Tampa Bay. We've established a temporary base camp at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg to support ongoing operations, not just with the current debris mission, but also post-landfall first responder missions. So you should have a plan, and you should be executing your plan, particularly if you're on the west coast of the Florida Peninsula. These evacuation orders have gone out in many of those places. I know more will be coming in areas that have not yet done that. Now's the time to do it. And I would say anything south of where the storm hits is going to have major storm surge, even 100 miles away. So that's going to happen. So we just went through Helene. A lot of people on the Sun Coast saw some significant storm surge. This has the potential to be much more significant than that, and life-threatening. I mean, we had loss of life because of the storm surge that affected the Tampa Bay area with Hurricane Helene. I would imagine that this one would be more life-threatening in many different respects as a result of the strength of this storm and where it may end up hitting ultimately. But you don't need to evacuate hundreds of miles. There'll be shelters in your county. Every county has a pet-friendly shelter, special needs shelter. We also have hotels, friends' houses, family members who may be in areas that are not susceptible to storm surge. Those are all viable options.
Declined a call from the vice president. Is that true? And
no, I didn't know she called me. I saw that, but I was not aware of that. What we've asked for has been approved. You're not seeing me out there carping or complaining about anything. We have gotten what we need from the feds. We have been working constructively with all the local communities.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.